And we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal
rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. But it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll buy some time right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll get this up to about the 44.
that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Steps away to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Harris running straight ahead. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Miles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Miles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record, and we're 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation. Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll get this to about the 38. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Browns at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for 2nd in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns and was a game short of 1,000 yards.
Jones throw here, taken in by Knox. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 12 more yards there and another first down. Back to throw. Jones. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st down, Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that And is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 51 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Jones on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Jones now on 1st and 10. Completes it to Aguilar. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Jones on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On second down, this is Harris. Room here to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take it.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they an almost perfect second half and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time out of Chubb. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
19, Tiger. You.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen, Harris. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 50, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's got room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run with Chubb. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And Myles Garrett, the all-pro, in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Jones. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it track on leading.
On second down, a run with Strong. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Browns, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for New England, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the blank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I pick up when I call her.